Hey y'all, I'm Jack Ingram. Welcome back to the Texas music scene. We're hanging out at Poodie's Hilltop Roadhouse, a spot that's been keeping the Texas music flame burning for years. If you know anything about the late, great Poodie Lock, you know this place is built on good times, cold beer, and damn good music. Speaking of great music, we've got a killer lineup for you on this episode. First up, Matt Castillo kicks things off with Go Get Her, captured live at the Tap in College Station. Then Kelley Mickwee delivers a soul-stirring performance of Verge of Tears, bringing her signature blend of roots and heart. Next, Courtney Patton takes the stage with What Is Done Will Be Repeated, proving once again why she's one of the most compelling storytellers in Texas music. Finally, Matt Hillyer closes us out with Moving Away, a sharp-witted honky-tonk tale about what happens when your neighbors make you rethink your zip code. That's all locked and loaded for this edition of the Texas music scene. Let's dive in. Kick things off, we've got Matt Castillo. As an Austin area native with South Texas roots, Matt knows how to bring that modern honky-tonk sound with a shot of traditional country and a good play on words in the mix. Here's Go Get Her, recorded live at the Tap in College Station, Texas.
That was Go Get Her. So I wrote that one with Ryan Tyndall and Jeff Hyde, and we shot a music video for it. It was featured everywhere that we were excited about. But Go Get Her, if I'm such a go-getter, then why didn't I go get her, right? So it's pretty cool how all that goes. It's, again, another honky-tonkin' song. It's just upbeat. I love it. And so I can't wait to play it. Oh, I try to involve myself as much as I can, but you guys are good at what y'all do. Behind the camera, your brain, you're creative. I let it flow. I don't really try to constrain it. Here's some locations that we thought would be really cool. It was more really of a cool team effort. When we got on location and we kind of figured out, let's do this different. We have a storyboard and everything, but once you get on location, you're like, let's try this a little bit different. Let's do this, let's do that. And the only thing I really had control of, what I thought I did, was just more of the performance aspect of it. But I trusted the director and everything that we were doing, so I loved how everything came out. The color grading, the transitions, all that stuff, I leave it to the people that know what they're doing. I just write the music, play it, perform it, and let the creative directors have all that fun with it.
This is a song called Go Get Her. Ho! Let's have some fun, what do you say? Don't let the grass grow beneath the boots on my feet. I take a life by the horns and focus best of me. They say I'm a real go-getter for every situation. This time I'm not sure I'll live up to my reputation. If I'm a go-getter, why then I'll go get her. She rode in and drive, go out of my life and I just let her. I know a million things right now I should have done better. If I was such a go-getter, why didn't I go get her? It's like my legs are paralyzed from the shock of it all. The air until I stare. Let's go get her, let her get gone. One single thing I could think to say or do, stop goodbye. Out of mind made up, now we gone and all in my mind is if I'm a go-getter, then why didn't I go get her? She rode in and drive, go out of my life and I just let her. And I know a million things right now I should have done better. If I was such a go-getter, then why didn't I go get her? winding, I go get her. Right and run out and beg her to stay, who knows her heart might have let her. They're just one of the million things I should have done better. If I had such a go get her, the winding, I'd go get her. If I had such a go get her, the winding, I'd go get her. Thank you so much. My name's Castillo.
Welcome back to the Texas music scene. Now let's turn things over to the great Kelley Mickwee. Whether you know her from her work with the Trishas or her solo career, Kelley's voice cuts deep. Verge of Tears is no exception. Here she is, recorded live at the Tap.
First song I'm doing tonight is Verge of Tears. That song, it's one of my favorites because it's a song that I wrote with Jed Zimmerman. And maybe not a lot of Texas music scene watchers are familiar with him, but he was my first musical partner. We're both from Memphis. We were high school sweethearts. We made 2 records together. We were called Jed and Kelley. We never wrote a song together in all that time. I was the singer and the mandolin player-ish, and he was the songwriter and the guitar player. And so this is the first song that we've ever written together. So it's a really, really special one, and it's the single off the record as well. So it's a really special one to me for that reason. He was the songwriter, and I was like the manager and the mapper, and we didn't have iPhones, so I was like the MapQuest gal. I was just a singer until I didn't write a song until I was 30. Now we're great dear friends, and we catch up often, and we sent voice memos back and forth for this one. So yeah, it's the first one we've ever written together ever.
Living and breathing on the verge of tears. Hear him talking, I can feel the stares, and no one knows, nobody cares. Living and breathing on the verge of tears, What are you running from? What are you running from? Everyone's saying that you got it made. What they'd give, what they'd trade, just to be like you underneath the shade. Everyone's saying that you got it made. What are you running from? cares. Oh, thank you.
Next up, we've got the one and only Courtney Patton. Her songwriting has a way of making you feel every word. And What Is Done Will Be Repeated is a prime example of that. Let's get into it. Recorded live at the Tap. Your turn, Courtney.
What Is Done Will Be Repeated was a song that I wrote kind of taking a look at just the big picture in life. And it wasn't meant to point fingers at one side or the other, but just really kind of saying, this is a cycle. Everything that's happened has happened before, and it's gonna happen again. And we get so worked up and wrapped up in things that are happening. And it was a little bit politically motivated, but I'm not a political person at all. It was just kind of going, hey, just take a deep breath. Like, this is going to happen. It's happened since the dawn of time, and it's going to continue to happen. And when I recorded this new record, Trevor Nealon from the band of Heathens, the keys player, he produced it. It was his first time in the producer's chair. And he said, this is kind of your Joni Mitchell Big Yellow Taxi song. So we kind of had that in the back of our heads when we were recording it. And I just really loved the way it turned out, so.
Disturbances and migration weigh me down. And on the other side, a rising tide will slowly wash away another town. So take a bow, take a number, shake things up and make it thunder. Don't you see the writing on the wall? Beauty from the ashes means that we cannot outlast this. We were only ever dust after all. The way we are is too deep-seated. What is done will be repeated. In this season of rebirth, I'm seeing progress being stalled. We contradict our rights and let the wrong ones make the calls. We keep heads down, make no sound, and carry all the guilt our hearts allow. And if there's freedom in this land, I hope to see us take a stand against it now. So take a bow, take a number, shake things up and make it thunder. Don't you see the writing on the wall? Beauty from the ashes means that we cannot outlast this. We were only ever dust after all. The way we are is too deep-seated. What is done will be repeated.
I'm Jack Ingram, and we're back with more from the Texas music scene. You might know Matt Hillyer as the longtime frontman of 1100 Springs, but he's just as sharp as ever on his solo work. This song, Moving Away, is a prime example of mixing country storytelling with a good dose of humor. Ever had neighbors so bad you started looking at real estate listings? Matt has. Here's Moving Away, recorded live at the Tap in College Station.
Moving Away is it's a true story. Well, it's 99.9% true. And I live in the house that I grew up in. And we moved in when I was going into second grade. And my wife and I bought it from my parents about 12 years ago. It's a good neighborhood, and we know most of our neighbors. And the one thing we didn't count on was our next door neighbors. And it's gonna come back and bite me. I know, sometime soon they're gonna show up at one of the shows and they'll be like, dude, I thought we were friends, man. Anyways, there's nothing I can do about it now. I would try to be friendly with some of these guys because you don't want to be enemies with your next door neighbors or whatever. I remember walking over to one of the younger guys and just being like, hey man, so what's going on, you know? And he's like, well, I don't know if you heard or not, but we're moving. And I was like, oh no. Aw, stay in touch. You on MySpace? Anyway, but yeah, so I pretended to be sad for a minute and then I went inside and I wrote the song. Yeah, it's pretty much true.
Strange cars pull up every day. Ain't a secret, I really wanna see them pack up and move away. I don't mind so much that they're selling, cause other things bother me worse by far. Like the way they clog my sidewalk with the fleet of broke down cars. They have a party every Saturday night. They keep it rocking till the dawn. They don't care, they know it ain't right. Let the dog take a shit on my lawn. Their mama sees it all happening. She don't care who misbehaves. The worst of the bunch knows I can't stand him still. He just stands on the porch and waves. But I ain't got the blues, cause I just heard the news. And it's a happy day. They're moving away. They're taking their broke down toys another place to play. And I feel so good every time I say that my dirty ass next door neighbors are moving away. They got a nest full of rats in the garage. They make their way into my yard. They got a bunch of cats they don't care for, living every one of their night lives hard. They like to flick their half-lit Winstons into my pretty St. Augustine. They got a yard full of weeds they're fenced in, worse than any you've ever seen. But I'm so happy I could cry. My hopes are so damn high. And it's a happy day. They're moving away. All the rats and the cats gonna have to find a place to stay. And it feels so good every time I say that my dirty ass next door neighbors are moving away. It's a happy day. They're moving away. That's the reason I'm wearing this big smile on my face. And I feel so good each and every time I say that my dirty ass next door neighbors are moving
folks, that's another one in the books. Big thanks to everyone here at Poodie's Hilltop Roadhouse for letting us take in the vibe, and all the artists who shared their music with us. It's just like Poodie always said, no bad days. Most importantly, thanks to y'all for tuning in. Now do your part, get out and support live music, because Texas is the one place that truly celebrates the independent spirit of making music. Let's keep it that way. We'll see you next time.